Selected. Playlist. Effects. Button. Selected. Label. Label. Pause. Button. 0. 7.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Glad to be here. I am your host, John. Glad to be here once again on Spreaker. Also broadcasting through wonderful YouTube. And we are going to be talking about something a little different on this podcast. Now, you're also going to be seeing that there's going to be a new podcast series coming up starting next week. And that is going to be for the blind community as well as the visually impaired group awareness. And this is something that we have going on through the college. And it's really important to me. And I think for anyone that is involved in the blind community or throughout, and this is a statewide thing. This is all of Indiana and all of IvyTech working hard to bring awareness and putting that out there for the visually impaired. And we're also bringing in the sighted community and connecting the two communities together. That's something that I think needs to happen. I think that it should have happened a long time ago, and I wish that I would have had my eyes on this even sooner. But you know what? We can't look back at what we didn't do quick enough. We can only look at what's in front of us, and we got to look at what we can do to change the future, to better the education for our children and baby boomers, and even the ones that's getting ready to graduate and move on and want to, continue their education through college and stuff like that. So I really think that this speaks out good for IvyTech. I think it speaks out good for the blind community. And it's just something that I really enjoy being a part of, to be able to help other people and just raise that awareness, going over the things that are needed to be, known about and how we can better things and do better for each other. And that's what it's all about. A year out from now, we will be going into being an organization. Now, the blind community, the group through the college, we'll have a lot more options behind us. We'll have some funding options and just a lot of different things. But right now, we need to focus on letting people know and just getting that information out there. And listen up, parents. If you guys know anyone that might have a child that is visually impaired, or might have a daughter or a son who is in high school or working on graduating, and any of those that are looking to continue their education, because guys, I'll tell you, it's very important. It's very important that as many options that can be put on the table, are put there. And one of the things our group is really working hard on is putting together resources and information and services and all that. And we even got some things that we're working on for entertainment and all that stuff as well. So I do want to give a shout out to all them wonderful, all you wonderful subscribers out there through the YouTube. And if you're not following on the Spreaker, you're going to want to be able to, start following that. That way you can keep up with things as well through the podcasts that we do. And we'll even be doing some podcasts and covering some live events and stuff like that as well. So definitely follow us or subscribe to us through YouTube, or again, follow through Spreaker. That way you can always be notified when, something's taking place. So let me just
Pause. Button.
check
Pause.
something. Okay,
49. 4:51.
we are good.
Pause. Button. Pause the recording.
I think that, it says a lot, guys, when you can go to a college, okay, and that college have more than, because every college, it doesn't matter, IU, Purdue, Harvard, it doesn't matter. Every college, by law, has to accommodate for special needs, for, equipment for the visually impaired. They have to accommodate you. So, that's one thing. So you're not really being, put on the spot and saying, okay, you can only go to this college. But I would like to explain to you the difference in just going to whatever college than going to IvyTech. Now, there are some really good bonuses when going to IvyTech, because one of the really nice things is when you go to IvyTech, you can transfer after your 2 years at IvyTech, and when you go to college, you take your credits with you. So then, if you're going to go for a 4-year degree, you still only have to go to that college for 2 years. And guys, that is really good. It really is. That is really, really good, because in any other case, any other situation, you would have to go for the 4 years, right? But in this case, you can go to IvyTech, get that education that you need, get that information under your belt, move over to whatever college you're wanting to transfer to, and you take your credits with you. And to me, that really is, that is a really good deal, right? But one of the other things you need to think about, if you are visually impaired, whether you're partially sighted or completely blind, how much better could it be than to be able to go to a college and have more than the department that just helps you put together your PDFs and stuff, but also a group, and maybe by the time you go, an organization that is there to also help you get through college. That's there to help you figure out, when you run into, the brick walls, so to speak, and you're not sure what to do. Well, you've got that group or organization to back you up and say, hey, join the group or organization, and we can also help you. We can help you with different strategies for studying, how to use Microsoft Word with JAWS, or how to use Excel with JAWS, or how to use it with, whatever type of software you might be using. Zoom text, and there's another one, I forget the name of that one, but we're going to be talking about that on another podcast, going over some of the different programs that you'll be using in college and stuff like that. So, but, just think about it. And not only that, but just being able to, communicate with others, that understand what you're going through, that understand what you need, that is going to make such a big difference in college. Now, guys, since I've been in college, I have learned something. And what I have learned is that when you're sitting in class, and even though you've got them accommodations, you've got what you need, look, if it's just you there, you've got to figure it out, right? So the advantage for you would be that, we are currently going through these different things to figure out what works best and how to do this and that. But by the time you get started, the organization will be big enough and enough information and all that stuff to where if you need help, that will be available to you. And I think that says a lot for the college itself as well. You know, to be able to do that. So, because the one thing that I want to see from everybody that goes through the group/organization and goes through college is, I just want to see you succeed. Right? That's what we all want to do. And look, let me tell you. We all make mistakes. And we can't sit back and keep on looking back at what we didn't do right, what we did wrong. We can't do that. Because when you do that, you're holding yourself back. And I know that 100%. Okay? I know what happens when you sit back and you look at everything that you did wrong. It causes you to procrastinate. It causes you to put things on hold. I don't want to see you go through that. I want to see all of you younger ladies and gentlemen. You're not children anymore. But I want to see you succeed. And I want to see you get started at a young age. So that you've got a really good life ahead of you. And so that you can have the things that we, didn't have at some point. Right? I mean, answer me this. How many of you right now are sitting at home and still receiving a monthly income? Did you know that just Indiana itself, just the one state itself, did you know the unemployment rate is 66% of the blind community are unemployed? Some of these reasons are because they either just don't want to get out and do anything, or they're having trouble finding the services, whatever it might be. 66%. And I think and strongly feel that this group/organization can make a difference in that. So let me ask you, if you want more than what you have right now, right? You're sitting at home, you got your check, you got to wait every month, you got to depend on it every month, every first of the month, to be able to make a couple plans, to be able to go out and do something, right? But you can change that by changing what you're doing right now. Go out, go back to college. If you don't have your GED or diploma, let's go get it. Let's make it happen. Because I'm going to tell you, the group is also going to be getting information together to help those of you that don't have a GED or diploma, to help you figure out what you can do to get yours. Because the nice thing is, the group is not just for people in college. It's for people outside of schooling as well. So you can join the group. It doesn't cost you anything. And you can benefit from it by getting help with things you might need help with. Or you might be a person that, you're happy with what you're doing, you're happy with what's going on in your life, and you want to be able to join the group to help. Now, you do not have to be visually impaired. We want sighted people involved as well. We want to bring together and strengthen the blind community and the sighted community. How many of you out there right now that are sighted don't really understand a lot about someone that's legally blind? How many of you out there might even get a little uncomfortable because you're not sure how to approach a blind person. How many of you have ran into that situation to where you maybe had to help a blind person and you wasn't sure how to even really have that normal conversation with them? Now, the causes of that is just a lack of communication in general. So what we're doing is all for the better. We're going to have workshops. We're going to be sharing information with instructors and teachers on the different ways that visually impaired students do things with their materials, whether it's PDF, whether it's audiobooks, whether it's magnified programs, whether they're using and need their papers blown up, whatever it might be. We're going to be doing workshops so that they can understand how their student will be doing their different class projects when that time comes. Now, some say, well, or might be saying, well, we might not get, someone visually impaired, very often. And that's very well so. Could be true. But I believe that as this group / organization strengthens and gets bigger, I think it's also going to show those that want to go to college that there's a place they can go and be 100% comfortable. Know that there's people around them somewhere that can help them. Knowing that they can join an organization that is there for that purpose. Right? Here's something else that I have found out from, more than one area. Some of you might not know what I'm talking about, but Lions Club, for example. There's quite a few of them that are being ran, but a lot of them are still being ran by those that started out young. They're still there even at a much older age. And we need to bring in new people because things start to slow down. Because people get older, maybe in their 50s, 60s, some in or even, in their upper 60s and 70s. And we need to bring fresh minds into the program to help keep it going and to even pick up new things. Right? And that's exactly what I think this group will do. The more people, the better. So, on this podcast, I just wanted to give you a little information. Now, I want to direct you to where you can sign up. Okay? It doesn't cost you anything but your time. That's it. And all you got to do is go to theblindcommunity.org, click the link there at the top. It will direct you to the login area, but you'll also see a link to register, to sign up. Now, for some reason, if you have any trouble with that, you can contact us. We'll be glad to help you get signed up. Or you can go to johnnyestep.com/signup.html. And sign up is with a capital S and a capital U. You got to make sure you spell that right. So go to johnnyestep.com/signup.html. Go through the form there to get signed up. Now what that's going to do is give you access to any of the different services or programs that we have through the site. Now, if you're not really worried about the website part of things, the main part of it, where your membership really, really counts, is by going to johnnyestep.com/email.html. When you go to there, sign up on that page through the email list, and that also gets you signed up into the group. And then you'll get an email later on. We'll contact you, giving you information. If you are a student that's going to be looking at going, to college, then we'll give you a little more information. If you're just an outside member, outside of college, but you're still wanting to get involved and help out, we've got people that we're wanting to get that can be drivers for us for different events that we might do. People that will assist students with maybe reading something to them. They need something read to them in class. And these are all volunteer things, to sit with them and even write down notes for them, take notes, so that they got them. And luckily, to my experience, I know of some great things that we can do with that. To be able to get some people in the classrooms with them where they can, a sighted person can take them notes, and then we can get them notes put over onto a CD for the student. So, a lot happening, guys, and the more that want to join, the better. So please take this seriously. If you want to do something just to help out, we would love to have you. And even if you're not local, but you want to sign up and even do, tutoring with a student, just to help them, get through, an assignment or whatever, that's an option as well. So, anyways, check it out, guys. Hope everybody's doing good and having a good day. And hope you have a good weekend. About to hit Friday. And so hopefully whatever you do this weekend, have fun, stay safe. Enjoy every second, every day. And make it the best you can. But I just want you to know we are here to make a difference in as many people's lives as we can. So go check it out. If you got questions, please feel free to go to the website. There's some links on there where you can contact me or one of the other group members, and we'd be glad to answer any questions that you might have and help you out with anything you might need help with. Just go to johnnyestep.com. And you'll find all the information there that you need.
23, 8, pause.
Until next time, you guys take care. And I'll talk to you here real soon. Like I said, be looking for a new podcast series coming up here soon. And until next time, let us continue to lock arms together to create a better future for tomorrow. Bye-bye.